أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي الحمد لله رب العالمين Jazakallah khair everyone for coming and waiting for quite some time. Apologies for that. So today we'll be starting with our second annual general meeting, inshallah. Sheikh Amir is currently just in another commitment. He'll be back, inshallah, within an hour. So we'll hear from him as well. He's a patron in chief of the Tawa Quran Study Club. He's also the Ulama board head of FIANS. So I'll begin with how our whole year has been. The last AGM we had was in May 2024. So since then and the end of 2025, just starting with what Otago Quran Study Club is and what we intended to do. So the main purpose of Otago Quran Study Club was actually to help connect people to the Quran. And whereas all the masajid and all the madaris in New Zealand were also very actively trying to do so, we saw a potential, a collaborative environment we can create because some of the ulama who have the ijaza of the sabah and ashra kirat and all these things, they were, not in Dunedin, for instance, and some masajid didn't have imams as well. So there was a big gap that had to be covered, and also talking very personally as well, we being in New Zealand and trying to strive to to connect with the Quran and the Deen, we often don't get the time to to study and go through the tafsir and to go through the education of these things. And that's what we wanted to do, that if you are not able to find time to open Quran or study the Quran, then come at least come once week, sorry, come at least once a week for 1 hour, and we can have together discussion about the Quran tafsir. So that was the main motivation that we started the Tao Quran Study Club, and then came along brother Ibrahim, sent by Sheikh Amir, and he helped us connect with Sheikh Amir, and that's how our Ijaza program started. And from there onwards, it's just basically, alhamdulillah, one after the other program just organically developed. We didn't have to make much efforts. Whatever we did was by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He helped us, guided us. And alhamdulillah, for the year plus as well, how Al Huda Masjid has hosted us, and brother Rizwan has helped us. Brother Najib has been with us from the beginning. Dr. Ashraf is giving his wisdom to us as well. So all the team and all the teachers across New Zealand, they are doing all this work without any fees or any salary or anything, just for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I think the most beautiful thing that I see in this is the ikhlas. They are just committed sincerely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah bless this work. And our my vision is that when I used to live in a higher place in like Pine Hill, and used to see across my kitchen window the whole of Dunedin. I used to look at that. I used to wish and pray that one day all these houses would have a Quran, or would be connected with the Quran one day, inshallah. And such a prayer and such a vision, may Allah accept, and we all can connect with the Quran, not just through reading it properly, but also from understanding it and applying it. That's also the hard part as well. So I'll just give briefly. This was our last year AGM. So mashallah, my father was here as well. So it was nice for people to come. So this is the tafsir program that we have covered since the May 2024. We have done 33 weeks of sessions from Surah 55 all the way to, we go backwards, Surah 44. So we have covered those many surahs. This is the Ijaza program, and if you see the top one is the badge one. In back in 2023, 28 people registered across New Zealand, and 5 actually completed the whole Ijaza in 1 year from Ramadan to Ramadan. And these numbers are very significant because before this, 12 years plus, Sheikh Amir had been doing this Ijaza in Auckland in his masjid, and probably he had only one person who passed it, Sister Faryal. And but then when we started with the OQSC, with making it online and accessible to everyone, 28 people registered, and he was actually shocked because he had to interview all 28 people to assess them. So it took like 2 hours or plus, and 5 people to sit and be committed every week for the whole year and read the whole Quran was again very miraculous, and Allah helped us, helped them all. The next year was similar registrations, and 7 people completed the ijaza. And this year we had like 49 people registered for it, and 13 have already started. So this number is already huge enough for people to commit and be online. and do these things. All our recording in the previous our recording was on YouTube, but this year we have made it unlisted so that it's only available to the registered people, as it is a teacher-student interaction basically. So this was the award ceremony of second ijaza, and this was some images from the Porchester Masjid in Auckland. So Sheikh Amir giving ijaza to the seven brothers. Now the third batch has started, and I'll give you a brief overview of that. The second thing that Sheikh Amir did last year was a 12-week Sira course. So connecting people to the Sira. And I think that idea even generated in the Dawa meetings we used to have over here. So Alhamdulillah, those 12 weeks. So apart from the Ijaza sessions Sheikh Amir was doing another day of Sira, structured program was again very hard for Sheikh Amir, but Alhamdulillah, 93 people registered for it, but 10 people were committed enough to finish it in the end. And then came Brother Faroon, and he is an NZQA, working in NZQA, and he helped streamline our assessments. So we had like assignments with the rubrics to measure them, and the assessments as well, which we're going to be completing inshallah soon. Then, so those people who don't, for example, if the 49 people registered and only 13 were gotten into the program, what happens to the rest of the people, right? The 30 people plus. So those people are then were sent to the bridging course, which now is being called as the National Ijaza Prep. So those people are already interested in doing Ijaza. So now Brother Ibrahim, or Ustad Ibrahim, is helping them to polish themselves to reach to that level. But of course, everyone who wish to do an Ijaza is not always at that level. So we have to then assess them, triage them, put them in the right stream. So what are the other streams? I'm going to just briefly mention them, and those people who are leading them will give a brief overview of their programs, inshallah. So the one thing we did was the Qari Future program. This is actually intended to produce Quran recitation teachers. Like in every madrasa in New Zealand, we have like parents volunteering, right? No one is like a qualified, reciter or has proper tajweed courses done, for instance, right? And even sometimes when you think you know a lot and you are very good, when you sit in front of an ijaza qualified person and you recite, the mistakes that come out is an eye opener for you. That I felt that I've been arrogant for so long, but alhamdulillah, it really makes you humble. That some of the mistakes that we do, and a lot of the imams can make mistakes as well. And when these students stand behind the imams and they can see those mistakes, they begin to question then why the imam is making those mistakes. And these are like very normal mistakes, and any tajweed student must not be making those mistakes. So it's an eye opener for us, and it's a reason for us to all connect to these programs. So this program was for training the teachers basically. And once it is a whole structured program, I will let Brother Yasir talk about it. These were the graduates from the first batch. You can see from Auckland, Blenheim, and Christchurch. Some of the places don't even have actually a masjid, but people volunteered and learned those things. I've cut out the names of the sisters in Dunedin, as they asked not to be mentioned. So in Dunedin itself, all the sisters who were in Sunday schools or teaching there, they got qualified to that level. So this qualification is like a theory plus practical. And I've seen some sisters that are teaching the women halqa now. The way they teach is alhamdulillah, that's like really every ayah they recite, they stop. Okay, what is the hukam over here? How to do that? What the mistakes are? So alhamdulillah, it's amazing program happening. A second batch has started with the SEC 69 registrations, and again, the detail with the Yasir will let to us. The next thing was the Tuhfat al-Fal course. Brother Ibrahim and Brother Ayman, they started this, and 23 registered and 20 actually passed the program. So this was the highest commitment rate over here was seen. And Brother Ayman did an amazing job with going through the theory and then practical as well. And then assessments happened, and then they were given the certificates. So one of the certificates like this, but the Farun again did an ALA plus on it as well, mashallah. This is another thing that we do, and that is a lot of people ask, can you teach children Tajweed or Arabic? So there was no one qualified or committed enough to do over here. So we sublet it to Sheikh Ali, and he has like 5 ijaza, and he's in Egypt. So people online, and about $10 per half an hour rate. He already has like 18 registrations with him, like Tajweed and Arabic for kids. And recently somebody asked, can he teach Islamic history? So it's not just him. He has a team of people in Egypt that are teaching there. Some requested, can we have females? So he arranged females from Egypt, and they are also teaching kids. A lot, two recently have started Hifz with him as well. One is 15-year-old kid in I think Auckland or Wellington, and one of his uncle as well. And I asked their feedbacks as well. Like, Alhamdulillah, when he starts Hifz or Tajweed or Arabic as well, he starts with the Makharij from the Tajweed, so that they start pronouncing all the things correctly, and then they go into all those things. So Alhamdulillah, his teaching is amazing. This is one of the things that we did before Ramadan last year. There was like a pre-Ramadan revival of Spirit in Ramadan. And we had talks by myself, by Brother Muhammad, and Dr. Usman as well. And one of the beautiful thing I saw with this was that it gave us an opportunity, and myself actually, to go through all the hadith of Ramadan, to make us really prepare for it, to go into that mindset. What are we in Ramadan supposed to achieve from it? So Alhamdulillah, that's something I wish to continue this year as well. Um, and just I'm going to be finishing soon. And some things that we're working on is an OQSC website and an OQSC app. So the website will have all the programs mentioned. This is just a screenshot of that software, of the web that app that we're developing. So it will have all the programs, all the the enrollment forms, and all the things will be managed from there. And on the top right, you can see the sign in. When you sign in, you go into the learning portal where your enrolled courses will mention assignments or calendars. So will be mentioned what date is what happening. So Alhamdulillah, if this is online and all the teachers would be in there as well, it would be a very one place hub for the Quranic learning. And the aim, I think, Brother Yasir and Brother Ibrahim had, was that there will be a Quran literacy program, like stepwise. They start with the Tawfat al-Fal, they pass it. Okay, now you can eligible for the next one. Then from there they will move on. So now you, if imagine all the kids, all the adults are enrolled. You can progress. Note your own progress. The where do you stand in the Quranic recitation? This is the treasurer's report, Brother Muhammad. You want to? Sure. Yeah. So with the, I think it'd be nice if you come. No, 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 you do. You are already on the agenda. Okay. Okay, Brother Muhammad is. I'm going to do it for on behalf of him. So the hard work has been done by Brother Muhammad in preparing the financial report, as he's our treasurer and general secretary as well. So this year we opened up donations. And with donations, what we did was that the Qari Future, $100 per person, and Ijaza Prep, $50. And the reason we did it was that not that we felt like we needed money actually, but because as you saw that like 90 people registered and only 10 finished, right? That wastes a lot of teachers' time and commitment and all those things, right? Because if the 90 people start, then teacher will arrange like nine more teachers for 10-to-1 ratio, for instance. And it dropped down to like 10 people, like what are they going to do in a sense? So just for respect of the teacher as well, and to make people think seriously whether they want to do or not, we started donation. Of course, the donation will be used for all those purposeful things that we're going to do. For instance, I'll show you in the next slide. So there were some personal donations as well, including the $1 by another person in the beginning that led to this OQC formation. And Sheikh Ali's payments that come across, 18 payments that come across as 15, 19, and all the money that are given to Sheikh Ali are handed over to Sheikh Ali. There is nothing held, not even $1 by OQSC. We don't take any commissions or anything like that, because we don't want OQSC to have those kind of, any intentions of making money kind of thing. So the total income was 3412 for this year. And the expenditure we had was buying a mic and gifting to Sheikh Amir as a Ijaza ceremony gift, and other things as well. And Zoom thing that we have to buy the user $265. And that's something we need to buy more of it, because now we have so many teachers working so many streams. A lot of it clashes and we have to go to WhatsApp. So I think this is what we're going to be buying from there as well, inshallah. And Sheikh Ali's payments were given back. So now currently we have around 1477.57 in our account. So that is the balance for us at the moment. So I'll stop here, but we'll be talking with Sheikh, if Sheikh Amir is here. Otherwise, I'll hand over to our leads, inshallah. Just a minute. If Sheikh Amir is here, otherwise, inshallah, we will begin with Brother Yasir, inshallah, with the Qari Future. So I think the National Ijaza Prep is first. So yeah, we'll begin with Brother Ibrahim, if he can, talk about the National Ijaza preparation program and what's it about and how is it going.
Assalamu alaikum. I'll
I'll
probably
just
wait.
yeah, I'll just give you a reminder in 5 minutes and then so that thanks for something start, inshallah.
Probably wait till Sheikh Ahmed comes there because we're kind of closely connected. That's why, if it's
Yeah,
possible.
we have four more people to who are going to be talking, inshallah, and Sheikh Amir might take the end of the session as well. So if we wait, it's going to be a big problem. Or if you want to wait till Sheikh Amir, that's fine. I can move on to whether
I
Yasir.
just repeat the same thing. So, Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, okay, sure. Because he's going to be talking about Ijaza itself, so he wanted Sheikh Ahmed to begin initially. So, Brother Yasir, I'll hand it over to you for the Qari future, inshallah.